Hello there, and I'm back with D-Vlog, and I'm here with Jess from the amazing Dream State. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Not bad. It's time for our annual debrief.
Yes. I feel like every year we have a chat.
We have the debrief. So you brought out a single just before festival season kicked off.
Yes.
And then your festival season was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll get into that. So was that a hint at a new release coming up, anything like that?
Possibly.
Possibly.
There might even be new music coming out in the coming moments.
Right, absolutely. So, coming moments.
You never know. Just keep your eyes peeled.
Just keep them peeled, guys. So, very exciting, very exciting. So, what was it? It seems like a silly, redundant question, but was the festival season inspirational for you?
Yeah, like to play main stage, like Slam Dunk.
Oh, I saw that. That was
then,
mega.
Like, yeah, Trees again for the third year in a row.
You're the house band there now. Frank Turner might have something to say.
I'd like to be, yeah. If they want us back for year 4, yes, it's a yes. No, we've had a really, really nice summer. A highlight for me is Bert from The Used saw us at Slam Dunk, and then he went on that day, and every interview he had, he spoke about
I saw that.
Dream State, and it seems me really. The video that I got sent was like, if I ever doubt myself again, I'm just going to watch that video of Bert's words about myself and the band. And if you'd have told 14-year-old me that, in a couple of decades later, like Bert McCracken's going to be like, you're going to be his favourite band, or of the day, then it feels very surreal. He did an interview with Kerrang.
Oh, that was it.
And then he basically just was like, I've just seen Dream State.
Yeah.
What's amazing about Dream State is Jessie.
Wow.
he just went on about my vocals, like scream,
just
sing. So
awesome.
So that to me is like the highlight of my summer.
Of course.
I feel like we've done loads, but my brain's just going like really blank. So we did Rock for People.
Yeah.
Which was mega.
Oh, that was an interesting looking festival. That was.
It's incredible, incredible. We got to see Slipknot headline the day. So just to be out doing a show and then you finish off your day watching Slipknot felt pretty iconic to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, I saw it. I was like, go on. You were like, every time you're posting on Facebook, it was another festival crowd. That Slam Dunk one looked huge.
Yeah, I can't believe it. We got obviously a main stage slot, and we had no expectation when we went out there, and both days it was huge. I still look sometimes at the photos of that weekend and think is that actually what we did?
Yeah.
And we just obviously did Cardiff Castle with Funeral for a Friend.
Yes, you did that one.
That was pretty iconic for us.
Yeah, because that's like a
ticking
hometown.
off all these, for the boys, it's like a hometown bucket list.
Yeah.
And for Funeral for a Friend to invite us to support them again.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. And now it's like we're on tour with Waster and Happy Days.
Yep.
And this is show 2. So, yes.
Awesome. So, one thing I'm loving about your online content at the moment is you're like a positive voice in this negative world at the moment. This is very important now.
Absolutely.
We need positive voices. Is that something you strive to instill?
I think life's just really hard.
Yeah.
And you don't know what people go through, and you don't know what struggles people have got behind closed doors. And I think I've always been someone who's really put myself out there on social media. And since I'm just enjoying every moment of Dream State. I use Instagram as almost a personal diary.
Yeah.
So I just post what's in my head.
Yeah.
And it seems to be really inspiring or resonating or encouraging, especially younger girls to just follow their dreams.
Yeah, just go for it.
So that's really nice. And obviously I use my social media a lot for my company. Jessica Powell Music is something I created so I could do Dream State, but it's becoming a bigger beast than I ever anticipated.
Yeah, that was my next follow-up. Was you have many students now?
Yes, lots of students, lots of features, lots of band management, consultancy. There's loads of plates I spin within that company. And again, I created it so that I could be away with Dream State without having to let a corporate down. but then making sure like my share of the bills and mortgage are like covered. And I think I'm on in October. I'll have done 18 months of
Awesome.
Jessica Powell music. So yeah,
that's amazing. So obviously your first 18 months are going to be your hardest.
yes,
That's what they say.
Yes.
But it seems to be just going from strength to strength. And I think the idea, I've talked to many musicians about this, the idea that you can just make music your living does involve a certain amount of thinking outside the box.
Yeah, absolutely. I like, we don't, like any independent band will know, we don't make money off what we're doing. All the money we make, we have no manager, we have no record label. So everything we make, we invest straight back into the band. So like, yeah, I feel fortunate that we're in a position that Dream State is like funds itself. Like I've never had to put in any of my own money to do anything. But in the same breath, like for us to make a wage off doing this is like, you know, I just don't see it being like all the bands I speak to. It's just like what you earn goes straight back into the band, the next tour, the next album, the next video.
Exactly.
So I had to think of something. When I got made redundant from my corporate, I had to like use my little entrepreneurial brain and think, okay, I'm getting a lot of DMs about, do you teach to scream? Will you help my band release a single? Would you like to sing on my song? So I just like kind of, even DJ sets, I just kind of put it all together, and then Jessica Powell music came to life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here we are.
Well, I think that's important though. I mean, because doing this thing we call being in a band or journalism or whatever, you pick up loads of skills that you kind of disregard because you just do them every day.
Yeah.
And if you sit back and go, actually, if I was going to put this into a CV, I've picked up this. And it seems that you've worked out a way to sort of use this.
Yeah, and to be honest, I was a bit nervous like when I put myself forward to do like band consultancy and stuff. But then I was like, you've been DIYing bands since you were like 15. You've always got somewhere. And you know, I just feel like like you say, I've picked up so many like transferable skills from my corporate environment and even like being day to day amongst, you know, a touring band.
Yeah.
I feel like the advice I've given people, I feel like I've had bands that work with me that have got on the radio or they've gone viral on TikTok. So I do think the knowledge I'm passing on is useful.
Absolutely.
So I'm just going to keep believing in myself and rate myself and hope that the company, fingers crossed, just keeps going from like strength to strength. I'd like to be like an English Zen of Screaming. So I'd like to be like Melissa Cross.
Oh, yeah, the
English. Like she when she added me on Instagram a couple of years ago, I nearly died just out of like what on earth. And I'm so inspired by her. I've never had a physical like one-on-one lesson with her, but I know who she is. I've joined like, you know, group classes.
Yeah.
And if I could be half as successful as she is, some of my clients are becoming like big. Like some of my singing clients are becoming really big. I can't say too many names yet, but like next year's looking really exciting
So you're
for
a
me.
proud parent.
At the moment, yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, I've got lots of ideas, but Dream State is like what I'm prioritizing right now.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, I do think that bands these days, because a lot of what bands think is successful is just getting up on TikTok and what have you.
Yeah.
When it comes to the sort of meat and potato stuff that we learned growing up,
Yeah.
which is learn how to do your PRS.
Yeah.
Like stay on top of, don't be signing away your publishing to the first person who offers, which is so many bands are doing. And just how to go about approaching a venue to get a gig.
Yes.
You know, these
like that.
basic core skills.
Yeah, is exactly what I help people with. Like the consultancy side, it's like I will help, like I'll have a fresh band be like, how do we get going? And I'll literally give them like a how-to guide. But yeah, I just want to help. I didn't get that support when I was in my teens. And it's one of them, I just want to like, especially all the girl fronted that I deal with, I just want to make them feel like they've got that support and they're not alone. And
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember back in the 90s, it was a closed club. You had to be invited in, like a vampire.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, even when I was doing this 15 years ago, like this women doing this we were a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, coming to that actually, I was going to say, I always think of the class of 23, right? Which is like all the bands I met in 2023.
Yeah.
Dream State being one of them, Witch Fever being another.
Yeah.
And there was these female fronted acts, and it seems crazy because it was only 2 years ago, but that was seen as a bit like, oh, that's a bit different. Even 2 years ago, so Lake Malice was seen as being, oh, look at that, a girl that can scream. And then it's just like, there's always been girls that can scream, but
I've been doing it for like 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. But it's only now that, the opportunities are there.
Or like, for example, like Rolo Tomassi or Marmozets, they were there when I was doing it.
Exactly.
But obviously they had managers, they had labels, and it just took off for them. So there were girls doing it.
Obviously.
It's just we weren't given the platforms like all the boys get. But now it's so refreshing that, like you say, like Lake Malice, as everything unfolds, Future Palace, like there's so many people I've met that front heavy bands or scream, and it's just the norm, as it should be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know why it's happening at this chapter of my life, but I have to believe that everything's happening exactly how and when it's supposed to.
You see, there's echoes of what Rory says in a lot of what you say.
Oh, right.
Because, like, again, it's just like, why is this happening at this part of my life? I thought my music career was over, and she said very similar things. I think it's very inspirational for younger girls, especially, to see this and think, it's not. I don't have to do pop music.
No,
if I want to do music,
genre.
you can do whatever you want.
I love doing a bit of opera. Just be yourself. I think that's the main thing. Is like everyone tries to be like. I get a lot of students come to me and like, I want to sound like Spirit Box. I want to sound like Poppy, and I'm like, well, what do you sound like?
Yeah.
I think it's really important for me to encourage people to be themselves, because Courtney and Poppy are taken. So it's like, what's your sound? And you never know, your sound could be the next best thing. It's okay to have like a guide of like, oh, I kind of want to sound like that, but I don't really encourage people to be like a like for like. I want people to have their own sound.
Exactly.
Like I try and have for myself.
Absolutely. I was having this conversation with a different band, a completely different band, and they were talking about the creative process, and one of them was saying, oh, I think it sounds a bit too much like this, and the producer was like, you wish you were as good as that. Right? It's just like, but whatever you do, if you think it sounds like that, it'll always sound like that through your lens. And the fact is, there's only one of you. You are irreplicatable.
Absolutely.
And so just feed off that. Be one in a league of one.
Yeah, I think like use that as your superpower. Like there's only one Jessie Powell, and I like to think that I have got like my own sort of like unique sounds or style. Even though a lot of what bands do are the same, I think some of the ranges that I do are quite unique in the scene. Like there's a death metal or a black metal element to my scream, even though I front like an electronic pop metal band.
Absolutely. Now I was going to get onto that because you have done death metal guests.
Yeah,
you did one with Malice, didn't you?
I did Malice. I did is it Flayed Lord?
Yeah,
that was amazing. Like Josh approached me on Instagram and asked if I'd be interested, and I was honoured. I recently went up on tour. I went around France as main support for 1056.
Right.
So every night, pretty much most nights I sang with Aaron Matz. He's the one who invited me on the tour. And then most recently I just did a feature with the Dali Thunder Concept.
Right.
I just did realism with them live. And that's like if I could front a band, my preference would be like a death metal band.
Really?
Yeah, I saw like my old bands were all like metalcore. They were much heavier than Dream State, like much heavier. So I've been begging the lads for about 3 years to let me come in swinging on a song, and it hasn't quite happened yet. But I reckon I say watch this space. Maybe they'll let me do one just brutal song.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
I'd love to.
Or maybe like if you get any downtime, which it sounds is unlikely, maybe do a solo death metal grindcore record.
There may even be side projects in the works for this sort of genre.
Fair play.
So I guess you have to just listen, keep following Instagram.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And keep following your ears and make the records you want to hear.
Definitely.
That's what I say to any artist is just think about the album you would buy. Write that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's, great advice.
So you've been added to Bloodstock.
I have, yes. We're under like Mushroom Head, just one under Mushroom Head.
That is mental. On
the Sunday.
On the Sunday. That is outrageous. And it's the anniversary Bloodstock.
25 years. It was a bucket list for me. I was approached after Download. When we played Download the year before last, one of Vicky's friends had seen our set and Vicky came over to me with a card and was like, I've heard good things about you. And then we couldn't play it this year because we had commitments with other festivals. And then I bumped into her at an event earlier this year, and she was like, you will play, like, you know, we just couldn't get you on because of whatever. And then like a few weeks later the offer came in, and
awesome.
It's a bucket list for me, and I'm gonna come in, like, it'll be the heaviest Dream State set I've ever done, because not because I'm not trying to like change our sound, but like, as you know, when I do go live, I always brutal it up a bit more.
Yeah, you do. You go in with the power moves.
Yeah, so I'm excited to play Bloodstock, and
that's going to be
they have been letting they have been having like much softer bands play recently. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity, and thank you so much, Bloodstock, for the opportunity.
Yeah, that's going to be killer. There's a few of my mates' bands playing. I think Party Cannon are going to destroy the main stage.
I love Party Cannon.
And they got Battlesnake before them, which is just going to be carnage, like wall-to-wall carnage.
Well, I look forward to that, and you'll definitely see me in the pit there.
I'm sure. All your death metal dreams will come true that weekend.
I'm so excited.
Awesome. Well, Jess, it's been amazing talking to you.
Always a pleasure.
Once again.
Always a pleasure.
And I'll see you same time next year for the next debrief.
Yeah, I think this time next year we should debrief, but I've got to go and sound check now. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. And goodbye.
Bye.